We're the Jezebels. That's all.
Here I come.
I want you to get up right now, go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!"
Yeah, baby. Hello. Welcome to Quadruple BN Big Bloody Breaking Blu-ray News. I'm your host, Michael Keane, and today we're talking about some Blu-ray news. Yes, sir. It's the live stream news program that talks about news that is sometimes breaking, often not, but we're going to call it breaking news anyway. And today we've got quite a few little bits and bobs to go over. Where is it? Doop. What to even start with? Goodness gracious. I'm going to start with something I was just looking into. Hey, stand in silence. Oh God. Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Where is it? Boom, baby. All right. This is a little while ago, Criterion put out this Chantal Akerman collection, Masterpieces collection. Contains, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 films, and pretty solid set, I would say. Looks cool, has a neat little look to it, I guess. It's a cool set. It contains a bunch of major works from a very, very major voice in filmmaking. But interestingly, BFI has announced, and this is through Blu-ray.com, volume 1 of a 2-volume set. Let's see, volume 1 covers the years 1967 through 1978. Volume 2 will cover 1982 through 2015. This is going to be volume 1 is set for release February 24th, and then June 2025 is when we'll get volume 2. So the films released in this set, just volume 1, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 films, because you get the entrance exam films. There's 4 of those. So we have 14 films spanning 11 years of Akerman's filmography. This is pretty big. This is a pretty big upset against Criterion, and definitely for me, I think deserves your money more. This particular edition deserves your money more than the Criterion set. Being from BFI, it probably won't have as neat of packaging. So if packaging is your big thing, then hey, Rachel, what's up, girl? If packaging is your big thing, then ignore this, because it won't be as cool as Criterion. But if you're not so much about the packaging and you just want some fucking films, this is the way to go. I'm very into it. Let's see, if we go to pre-order now, what do we got? $45.82 in Euro bucks, however that translates to American. Actually, I wonder, you could probably get this over at Diabolic DVD or something later on. Either which way, this is what I'm going with for my purchase whenever I do purchase it. Special features include a documentary that's co-edited by Akerman, as well as audio commentaries on a couple of the films. And we got an hour-long interview with the filmmaker, interview with her cinematographer. Let's see. Just a bunch of stuff, as well as actually, you know what? I might be wrong about the packaging. I missed this the first go around. A 72-page perfect bound book with new essays by various voices in the field, as well as archive articles to round things out. So I would say a pretty solid selection here. If we go down to the extras for this other edition, I don't believe there's any commentaries, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. which I think that right there, if you know me, I love me my commentaries. So I'm gonna have to go with the BFI. Let's see. Stand in Silence asks, "I've been keeping up with your videos. Do you feel better now?" I'm feeling okay. I pros and cons to my current medication, but I'm feeling pretty okay, and I'm doing all right. Still poor as shit, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Get a better job? Come on. So anyway, as much as I do love Criterion, I believe that this BFI collection has everything from that collection and a little bit more. Yeah. So if you were holding out on the for a sale for the Criterion edition, I would go ahead and set that money aside for the BFI. It's going to cost you more money probably, but I think it's probably worth it. And yeah, February 24th. So moving on, Severin has a few Russ Meyer picks up for pre-order. These are all going out, I believe, mid-March is what was said. And we'll just go. Well, actually, before I even get to into the Russ Meyer of it all, they also announced the Pickup. This is not to be confused with the film Pickup from Vinegar Syndrome, which is a totally different film. I'll just read the description we have here. Let me prep my voice. Though their collaborations included such exploitation classics as House on Bear Mountain, Love Camp 7, The Thing with Two Heads, and Race with the Devil, this 1968 crime shocker from writer-director cinematographer Lee Frost and co-writer-producer star Wes Bishop was thought lost for decades. But with the recent discovery of its original camera negative in a Paris vault, it can now be seen restored and uncut for the first time ever. When two bagmen for the LA syndicate are robbed of $1 million in Las Vegas mob money by a sexy pair of con artists, it'll trigger a desperate frenzy of carnal violence and brutal vengeance. Lynn Harris, legendary producer Bob Kress, sexploitation icon David F. Friedman, and mysteriously disappeared folk singer Jim Sullivan co-star in this extreme roughy, newly scanned in 4K with a bonus disc featuring the long out-of-print 2001 documentary Mau Mau Sex Sex, starring Friedman, Dan Sonny, Frank Henenlotter, Mike Vraney, and more. Hell yeah. And as you can see, it looks every bit the 60s roughy that you'd expect is what it looks like. See, this is what we're talking about, fellas. This is what we want from cinema, right? Come on. Electrodes taped to nipples. Nipples taped with electrodes. It's that fucking simple. This is interesting. From Cinematech, I remember hearing that due to a request from his estate, the Russ Meyer discs won't ever be included in a sale, which is hella lame. Hella lame, because they are expensive. Anyway, disc 1 for the Pickup is the Blu-ray, the Pickup, and it includes a video essay by filmmaker Stephen Brumer, and then a photo gallery with commentary by Something Weird Videos Mike Vraney and exploitation legend David F. Friedman, as well as a trailer. Would have loved a commentary. Not gonna lie, that's a little underwhelming for me. But it does kind of depend on how long this video essay is, how much it covers. It's called Sirens on the Road, Post-Noir Vision and Beatnik Glory in the Pickup. Hopefully it covers a lot of ground. But then disc 2 is Mau Mau Sex Sex, which is a web store exclusive. Now, this one does feature audio commentary with director Ted Bonnet and Severin Films' David Gregory, as well as 2 archival audio commentaries, one with David F. Friedman and Dan Sonny, and one with Ted Bonnet and writer Eddie Muller. So no commentary on the main feature, but for the bonus, the web store exclusive, 3 commentaries. So make of that what you will. This is limited to 2,000 units. And what does that say down there? Okay. And this comes out or has a wide release of April 29th. Although web store orders containing this item will begin shipping around mid-March, according to the website. We'll see how that actually goes. But yeah, so that's the pickup. Intriguing. Has electrodes on nips. What do you want? Now the actual mega bundle, 450 limit, by the way. I guess I should start by saying I really want these movies on 4K. They are prohibitively expensive. If you look over here, if you want to just buy Motorcycle, for example, on 4K, it's $43, and that's marked down from an MSRP of $60, which is insane. And then the normal Blu-ray is MSRP $50, marked down to $36. So I don't know. To me, that's a little much. That's a little much. I don't know that I could justify that. Even for Up, I don't know that I could justify that. But if we go to the mega bundle, it's $125. I don't really care about the VHS sleeves or the business card, or the T-shirt for that matter. The T-shirt, okay. I don't know. It doesn't sing for me as far as extras. So I won't be purchasing this. That said, it's a T-shirt and some vintage treasures, as they put it, which I do think is neat that it's actual vintage sleeves. That's cool. But if it was the actual VHS tape, like sealed, that'd be different. But that would also be, again, prohibitively expensive. So $125, limited to 450 units. Burp. I guess I'll just read the full description for Up. No fairy tale, this. In 1976, producer, director, cinematographer, editor Russ Meyer delivered his penultimate feature film, co-written by Beyond the Valley of the Dolls screenwriter and Pulitzer Prize winner Roger Ebert, hailed as jaw-droppingly perverse. Meyer at his most outrageous, and definitely not to be confused with the Pixar cartoon. Welcome to a sex-blasted burg in Northern California where sodomized furors, ravenous piranha, sapphic ecstasy, murder mystery, Shakespearean appropriation, and the remarkable Raven de la Croix collide with Kitten Natividad. Damn it, I fucked up her name. With Kitten Natividad in her RM Productions debut as the Greek chorus of it all. Janet Wood co-stars in one of Russ Meyer's best films, now scanned in 4K from the original negative by Severin Films, with new and archival special features curated in association with the Russ Meyer Trust. Which, by the way, isn't it wild? Exactly, Cinematech. Exactly. What the fuck would I do with a VHS sleeve? I guess like you could put it in a frame, maybe. You could do like a little frame thing with the sleeves and the business card and other Russ Meyer merch. Do that, I guess. So disc 1 is the film in 4K. It has an audio commentary with film historian Elizabeth Purcell. And then disc 2 is a Blu-ray, again with the same commentary, as well as an interview with actress Raven de la Croix and a radio spot, baby. Kind of limited, but again, has a commentary. Commentary always boosts my appreciation for something. So dope. And then Motorcycle. Just prior to Faster Pussycat, Kill, producer, director, co-writer, and cinematographer Russ Meyer first unleashed his singular vision of full-throttle violence and vengeance with this 1965 shocker, when a trio of psycho bikers launches a sexual assault and murder spree in a desert town. The local veterinarian, Alex Rocco, okay, teams with a rage-ravaged vixen, the incredible Haji, in her own first film role, to settle the score. Steve Oliver, Lane Carroll, Timothy Scott, and Russ himself co-star in this slick, violent, and well-made Meyer milestone, now scanned in 4K from the original negative, restored by the Museum of Modern Art, with new and archival special features curated by Severin Films in association with the Russ Meyer Trust. I I just love that it's always in association with the Russ Meyer Trust, because it really, first off, the respect to the man's name. He deserves all the respect. Russ Meyer was a visionary and a vaginary. That doesn't work. Something with boobs. And love him for it. I find this whole like the whole kerfuffle with the Russ Meyer estate and how this obviously like I feel like there's almost 100% chance that they wanted to do a boxed set of these movies, and do like a proper Russ Meyer director set, and they got a firm no fuck you, because they're treating Russ Meyer's estate treats him like fucking Orson Welles. And I don't know, it kind of shows in the pricing and everything, and this, as Cinematheque said, these not being added to sales. It's kind of not a bummer, because it's awesome that these are being released in 4K. Not a bummer, but it is a mild irritation, I suppose, the way things are being handled. But I mean, I also can't be mad because it's Russ Meyer in 4K. That's so fucking cool. Anyway, for Motorpsycho, disc 1, 4K film, of course, has the audio commentary by Elizabeth Purcell and filmmaker Zach Clark, as well as a trailer. And then on disc 2 for the Blu-ray, it includes an interview with actors Haji and Alex Rocco. Yeah. And that's all of them. If you look, you can kind of see it looks beautiful. I mean, you can only see so much because you're looking at a little tiny image. But hot diggity, look at this image quality. If you go on the website and take a look, you can really see it looks beautiful. Look at Hitler. Just looking all Hitler. Oh God, I'm really excited by this release. And Motorpsycho also looks pretty dope. And again, just like that classic, classic Russ Meyer, big old titties. Loves him some big old titties. Yeah. I'm fully pumped for these. I don't know when I'll ever buy them, because again, $43 is so expensive. I do hope we eventually get Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, but as you can see, we've got Up, we've got Motorpsycho, and where the fuck's the other ones? Where the fuck are the other ones? View all new releases. And then we've got Vixen and Super Vixen and Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. Did I say Super Vixen singular? Super Vixens and Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. So far, 5 releases from the filmography of Russ Meyer, presumably more to come. It's exciting. Speaking of exciting, Terror Vision, baby. Terror Vision. 4 releases announced today. So this is actual breaking news. First off, Gushing Prayer. I'm not a huge fan of Gushing Prayer. It's a little, its legend is overblown in my eyes. But Masao Adachi is a very notable filmmaker in the Pinku Ega genre. Also very notable communist. Check him out. But Gushing Prayer, I guess I can just read off the description here, but it's a Pinku Ega, a formative Pinku Ega from 1971 that Graveface Films is releasing. I still don't quite understand the difference between Terror Vision and Graveface Films, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a release. High school student Yasuko indulges in sex to liberate herself from a corrupt adult society, driven by the encouragement of her peers to feel what it is like to be a prostitute. Yasuko sets out on an odyssey of self-exploration in search of complete satiation. A tantalizing countercultural exploration of youthful sexuality that seeks to break apart all taboos in one fell swoop. Gushing Prayer is an act of pure cinematic resistance. Bold, modernist erotica crafted by the fascinating Masao Adachi, who has brought us films like A Woman in Revolt, Birth Control Revolution, and Datai. TerraVision is proud to present this underseen Pinku film to Blu-ray for the first time in the U.S. with a 2K restoration from the original camera negative with a solid amount of extras. The fact that we're getting proper Pinkuega on Blu-ray, that's all I care about. Just bring more. I want more of this, baby. We got a booklet with writing from Alexandra Heller-Nicholas, Michelle Kisner, and Sam Cohen. As well as 3 visual essays, one by Rin Scatini, one by Alexander Heller-Nicholas, and one by Clayton and Brad Dillard. Plus newly created subtitles. Give me exactly, yeah. Love me a communist smut peddler. Yes, sir. I'm so pumped for this, even if I'm not the biggest fan of Gushing. I think I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd to give you an idea. But it looks beautiful. It's wild to see. I feel like, did someone not put this out before? I think it might have just been a DVD. Either way, I just think it's really cool. It features one of my favorite hallmarks of Pinkuega, which is the black and white cinematography interspersed with color, which I may or may not have done with Dr. Deathface. But yeah, I mean, it's Gushing Prayer. It's a very notable Pinkuega. Go buy it. TerraVision deserves your money. Next to that, we got Enter the Panther, which is a little Bruceploitation for you. The trailer for this looks all right. Stars Bruce Lee, not Bruce Lee, but Bruce Lee, as you can tell. Bruce Lee, not Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee. In case that's not clear, it is Bruce Lee, not Bruce Lee. Looks like, for what it is, a pretty solid restoration. This is presumably the only print available. And with that, I think we're looking at just about the closest thing to a winner that you're going to get with this film. I think they talk about this. I'll just read the thing. Enter the Panther delivers the hits and kicks of kung fu action at its most violent. A struggle for control of a gold mine begins with a violent poisoning and doesn't end until the body count piles high. Martial arts master Bruce Lee battles his way out of frightening narrow escapes. From the opening scenes through to the brutal fight to the finish, this film is packed with hard-hitting action. This is kung fu at its bloodiest, and Bruce Lee at his peak of power. What a weird way to put that. Peak of power. TerraVision is proud to present this lost-to-time Bruceploitation oddity in HD for the very first time, with an alternate VHS cut. Hell yeah. Enter the Panther is one of the rarest films from this martial arts subgenre. TerraVision was honored to work with Severin Films in order to locate what we believe is one of the last remaining prints of this film in existence. It was as beaten and battered as some of the opponents in the movie, and its grindhouse look and texture will take you back to another time and place. Note, oh boy, this print came from Spain, which it has burned in Spanish subtitles at the bottom. There's a better way of putting that grammatically. But yeah, so Spanish subtitles burnt in, which lame, but also adds, adds a certain level of grindhouse griminess to it, I think. Does include a booklet with writing by Sean Williams, Fanatical Dragon, and Rob Hunter. Commentary with martial arts historian Frank Jing, who's the only person you can call for commentaries on martial arts movies, apparently. Alternate VHS cut at 90 minutes. Newly created subtitles. It's in 235:1, which makes me wonder. I'm assuming the subtitles are burnt in to the actual picture. Otherwise, they would have probably cropped them out. 76-minute runtime, 90 minutes for the alternate cut. That's interesting. This is region free. And yeah, if you're big into Bruceploitation, I'm hit or miss with Bruceploitation. I can't say that I'm super pumped, but I think it's cool looking. Sure. And then Suddenly in the Dark, which was previously a Mondo Macabro release. And as you can see here, a whole deluxe edition for you. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, image. I do love the shots in this film. I've still never watched my copy because I suck. But look, a lot of canted angles, a lot of weird fucking lens filters. Just throwing shit in front of that lens. I think it looks pretty dank. Let's see here. Kang Yu-jin is a biology professor who brings in a housemaid to help around the house. Miyok doesn't have any family, so Yu-jin and his wife, Seon-hee, welcome her into their home. Seon-hee grows weary of... I'm butchering these names. I know it, and I don't apologize. Seon-hee grows weary of Miyok's presence, not only because she suspects an affair between her husband and their new guest, but mainly because Miyok carries around an old wooden doll that resembles her. As pressure starts to build, we are thrown into a world of nightmares and madness as things spiral out of control. Terror Vision is very happy to bring a brand new 4K restoration done by the Korean Archive and in UHD with HDR by TerraVision and uncut. This wonderful Korean oddity that has become a cult film over the past few years after making its debut stateside a few years ago, and now is available again with a new presentation and new... Did I read that weird? This wonderful Korean oddity that has become a cult film over the past few years after making its debut stateside a few years ago, and now is available again with a new presentation and new extras. I would rewrite this. But let's see here. We've got a perfect bound book with writing from Alexandra Heller Nicholas, who I swear cannot possibly sleep. There's no way she sleeps. Amber T, Heather Drain, another one who I don't know how they put out so much work. Pierce Conran, Paul Lee, Grady Hendricks, and Christopher Koenig. Commentary from Korean film expert Ariel Shudson. Visual essay from Clayton Dillard. Interview with producer David Su. Interview with critic Kim Bong-seok on the history of Korean horror films. And an older HD presentation done by the Korean Archive, plus subtitles. So a pretty sick, nasty little selection there. 1 second, I have to answer a text message. I apologize for doing this on air. One second. I gotta check a thing on the computer space. Let's go back real quick. Dance or Die is real neat for a couple of reasons. Fuck. God, I have to log in. God damn it. Sorry, I'm doing two things at once now. I hate when things come up very suddenly. Doop a doop doop a doop a doop boop boo boo boo. Doodly doo doo doo. Doodly doo 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 doodly doo. All right. Oh, good. Welcome Boinkbot. Yeah, Grady Hendrix rocks. Hey, Tia. Oh God, I got everybody in here. Got Brian, got everybody. No, right now we are on TerraVision. We've finished with Severin. We're on TerraVision. So Dance or Die, 2-disc deluxe edition, Blu-ray with the CD. You want the CD, trust me. Dance or Die fucking rules. It is not a horror film. I gotta point that out because all the all the marketing materials make it look like a horror film. It is not. It's shot on 16 millimeter, but it's from a video transfer, so it's going to look like this. Trust me, again, it's totally cool, and it's shot in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Come on. Has some crazy effects, not crazy effects work, cool effects work. This, by the way, one of the greatest shots in cinema history right here. You'll know when you see it. Just a great, great, great film. And let's see what we got here as far as the description. Jason Chandler wants to do two things in life: to stay off drugs and choreograph a dance show that rivals Flashdance. But his best-made plans begin to unravel when his roommate is brutally murdered. Filmed on location, Dance or Die explores the death and destruction that lie beneath the glitter and glamour of Las Vegas. Due to mature subject matter, parental guidance is suggested. TerrorVision continues to bring the eclectic catalog of City Lights home video back to the world, and this time, things are dancy. TerrorVision is proud to bring this boppin' thriller to you with its soundtrack and a behind-the-scenes look at those responsible for Dance or Die with a brand new transfer and restoration from the 1-inch tape master. So one reason I'm excited, and I've been told that this is going to be corrected because my name is misspelled, but commentary with Richard Munchkin, director Richard Munchkin, moderated by Michael Keane. Yes, sir. I'm finally on a commentary track. I am very, very excited to have been a part of this release, if only because Dance or Die fucking rules. It's got a perfect bound booklet with writing from Yasma Katita, Heather Drain again, and Rich Johnson. And then there are interviews, all edited by myself, and 3 out of 4 shot by myself, with Richard Munchkin, Minnie Madden, Rooney Tafiaga, and John Gonzalez. The John Gonzalez one is strictly audio, with footage behind it. And then there's the CD soundtrack, as previously mentioned, and newly created subtitles. I cannot. Well, I can recommend it enough, I'm sure. But I not just because I worked on the commentary and shot a bunch of the interviews and think all the people involved are super cool. I love this movie. I'm hoping I get a review copy so that I can talk about it in a video. But yeah, Dance or Die 2-disc deluxe edition. Check it out from TerrorVision, baby. And that's it for TerrorVision. Pretty solid slate. Got something for the Bruceploitation crowd that looks pretty important. We've got a Pinkuega. We've got some Korean shit, and we've got Dance or Die. Come on. Is the half off sale going on right now? Oh boy. I should probably, let's see here. Arrow Video. Ooh, 2 for $60. $3 for $70 Blu-rays. Okay, all right. Nope, can't do this. Nope, not going to do this. I don't even have the. What am I going to do? I don't have the money. All right. The Vordelak is coming from Oscilloscope Laboratories. And this is due to arrive this spring. It's a 2023 film. This is notable for being the same story as the Boris Karloff one from Black Sabbath. If you remember that Mario Bava film, you might remember the same story that's being told here. I watched the trailer for it. I'm not going to play it on stream, but okay, there's a Barnes & Noble sale, by the way, guys. I haven't been in a Barnes & Noble in months and months and months. Oh yeah, and the Vordelak is streaming on Shudder, so you can check that out and see if it's worth picking up. Features a puppet. That's all I really know. I don't really. I just thought this was a neat release to bring up. And again, it's streaming on Shudder. I've heard good, great, and middling things. So this is very much a make up your own mind kind of thing. Has a behind the scenes featurette, 2 short films, and a deleted scene. Check that out if you dare. And then Umbrella Entertainment, they're bringing a new 4K UHD of Shudder this May. Excuse me. 1 second. This is a Thai film. I don't know. It's Shudder. It's the Ghost Camera one. So it's a new 4K remaster that we're gonna get. Critical audio commentary with pure. Interesting that it's critical audio commentary. I don't know that I've ever heard critical audio commentary before. With Pierce Conran and James Marsh. Interview with the directors. Interview with the writer and director. And then a visual essay by Travis Johnson and behind the scenes. So that bunch is all new, and then there's archival behind the scenes, archival stills gallery, and the trailer. Pretty cool. Umbrella Entertainment. I don't know if I said it was Umbrella. I mean, you can see it's on the screen. Yeah, also really cool to get some classic, now classic, 2004, 21 years ago, guys. It's 21-year-old film. Oh boy. Oh, Jiminy Tits. Oh God. Whew. Okay. Blue Sunshine is also getting a standard 4K release from Synapse Films. That's scheduled for April 15th. That's cool because I just clicked my teeth together. Blue Sunshine fucking rules. And this is a loaded release. Now the old release is also load. Oh shoot! I wish. Oh, I don't know where my Blue Sunshine copy is, but I have the old Stuff to the Gills edition. But let's see here. Proud of blah 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 blah. All new 4K restoration presented in Dolby Vision and loaded with hours of supplemental material. 3-disc set contains 1 4K Blu-ray, 1 Blu-ray, and 1 CD soundtrack album, which I believe is essentially how the old Blu-ray was released, although minus the 4K. Let's see. Features hard chipboard slipcase packaging with stunning new artwork by artist Wes Binscoter. Inside is a dual wall O card wrapped around a clear 3-disc Criterion style case. There's your new art. Hell yeah. I believe most of these are holdovers from it's a standard edition. So the only new thing is an introduction to the film by the director. I don't even know if that's new or if they just ported that over. Let's see what and there's the back art as well. Yeah, if you ever wanted to watch just a really great movie about LSD, Blue Sunshine. I'm pretty sure this is all stuff that was on the old disc. That's fine though. It's fucking rad. And again, this releases April 15th. If you haven't already bought Blue Sunshine in some form, maybe check it out. And of course, you can pre-order that for $60. Next up, Scream and Shout Factory. Blah blah blah. Announced a bunch of new releases. There's a 4K of Time Cop, which I was just watching today. I had to do a video about it for Screen Rant, and was just watching a little bit of Time Cop. Holds up that Time Cop. These are all April releases, by the way. April 29th for Time Cop. Sorority House Massacre Collector's Edition 4K Blu-ray, April 8th. The Hunt, newer film The Hunt, not the old The Hunt, the new The Hunt. I think isn't this the one that a bunch of conservatives got their panties in a twist over? Pretty sure it is. Got Renfield Collector's Edition 4K. Please Don't Destroy, The Treasure of Foggy Mountain. Summer Wars, which I've actually seen. It's an anime that I've actually seen. That's weird. I don't I don't know how I feel about that. And Summer Wars 4K Special Edition. The big thing here is Time Cop. That's pretty rad. It's a beautiful looking film, of course, not shot by Peter Hyams, but directed by Peter Hyams. Yeah. There's no, you guys know the drill with Shout Factory. There's no real details here yet. At least I don't think so. We could actually go over to Shout Factory now that I'm thinking about it. And we can just see if they have anything. Nope, nothing. We do know, though, that it's a 4K transfer from the OCN. So that's good to know. Not terribly surprising, but good to know that we're getting the OCN and not a print or, HD upgrade of whatever. Anything for the hunt? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go, baby. Blu-ray.com not helping out very much here. But let's see. A new 4K presentation from the original Elements. God, I would hope so. Audio commentary, 3 audio commentaries. 2 with the director and executive producer Craig Zobel. One includes director of photography Darren Tiernan, editor Jane Rizzo, production designer Matt Munn, and stunt coordinator Hank Amos. And then there's a 3rd audio commentary with film critic Emily Higgins. That's pretty cool. On the Blu-ray, we got some interviews. Cool. That's actually more packed than I anticipated. So cool beans. Cool beans. By the way, this Night of the Creeps thing is delightful. Love their little toys. Anyway, wait, what? When did that come out? Huh. That is a lot of Labyrinth. A lot of Labyrinth. Good Lord. Anyway, sorry. I got off track. This is what I get for not paying attention. Anyway, last thing we're going to talk about, April releases for Criterion. Pretty solid, mostly upgrades selection. Not mostly upgrades. I take that back. A chunky number of upgrades. First up is Ugetsu. This is a 4K upgrade. Classic Japanese film. I'm not going to try to compare it with the Blu-ray. I'm willing to bet all the special features are the same. If you want to give it a go, it is available on Criterion Channel. And yeah, it's Ugetsu. I don't know what to tell you. Some Like It Hot, classic. This is another 4K upgrade. Sorry, I'm really dying right now. My sinuses are acting up. And again, it's a 4K upgrade, so it's going to have all the old extras and look a little bit sexier all the while. Speaking of while, it's a Billy Wilder film. Check it out. It's a fucking classic. I don't know what to tell you. Speaking of fucking classics, Chungking Express. I love Chungking Express. This is a 4K upgrade. Of course, previously this was put out on DVD. Or no, maybe it was just Blu-ray. Maybe it was just Blu-ray. Spy number 453. Maybe it was just Blu-ray. Put out on Blu-ray. And then later on put out as part of the Wong Kar-wai Director's Collection with that awful box. And now we get by itself Chungking Express on 4K. Not really a whole lot as far as special features, which probably, again, mimics or matches the original Blu-ray release. But it's a 4K digital restoration of fucking Chungking Express. It's Hong Kong cinema at its finest. Check it out. And also available on Criterion Channel. If you want. I wonder if, oh God, are these? So I love Jean de Florette and Manon of the Spring, or Jean de Florette. I'm bad at French. These are 2 really important films that go together so well that the fact that it's a double feature makes me so happy. I feel like I feel like only had a DVD in the States before. I could be mistaken about that. But either way, this is a new release for Criterion, and it's a 4K. They mentioned gorgeous cinematography. It feels like you're in the hills of France, like in the French countryside. It is astounding. It's a tragic tale. It's full of humor. I say both films. Tragic tale, full of good humor, drama, and again, just beautiful cinematography. I'm not doing a great job of explaining this, but anyway, Claude Berry, the car dealer documentary on director Claude Berry's life and career. Force of Destiny, a documentary about the making of the films, trailers, and English subtitle translations, plus an essay by film scholar Stu Harris. Again, like these are two films I don't know how you don't have a commentary for them. That kind of bugs the shit out of me. I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. It's Criterion. They don't give a fuck about commentaries half the time. But I would have liked to see a commentary track or two commentary tracks for these releases because they're that important. So that's a collector's set that I plan on buying for myself. Anora, of course, is the latest new film to be put onto Criterion right off the bat. I still haven't seen Anora. Of course, it has this wonderful Vampiros Lesbos looking poster art. Love that. Love Mickey Madison or Jesus Christ, Mikey Madison. I still need to watch. It's about a chick what has a love affair with the mobster's son. I don't know. I have not checked it out yet. But two commentaries, a new making of documentary, new interviews with Baker and Madison, a Cannes Film Festival press conference, Q&A with Madison and actor stripper Lindsay Normington. I love actor stripper. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Deleted scenes, trailers, English subtitles, and essays by film critic Dennis Lim and author Kayla Janice. Those commentaries, by the way, one featuring Sean Baker, Coco, producer Samantha Kwan, and cinematographer Drew Daniels. The other featuring Baker and actors Yura Borisov, Mark Edelstein, Karen Karagulin, Mikey Madison, thank God, and Vach Tavmason. Yeah. I've heard great things, Steven. I really it bums me out that I haven't gotten a chance to see it yet. There's a lot of movies I haven't, like a bunch of Oscar contenders this year I have not gotten to see. I actually had to say no to The Brutalist today because I was so busy with work. I couldn't afford a fucking 4-hour movie. Basquiat, which at first when I initially was looking over this, I thought it was the documentary Basquiat, but no, it's the feature film Basquiat, the biopic starring Jeffrey Wright and David Bowie, as well as Dennis Hopper, Gary Oldman, Christopher Walken, Benicio del Toro. It's Michael Wincott. No, I didn't see Flow. I'm a bad cinephile this year. I'm a bad boy. Which sucks. I have AMC stubs. I should be seeing everything, but got to get that Screen Rant content out, baby. Let's see here. New 4K digital restoration of the 2024 black and white version, supervised and approved by director Julian Schnabel. I did not realize that existed. That's super cool. So, wait. One 4K UHD disc. Oh, okay. So this is... Huh. I didn't realize this at first. This is just a black and white version of the film. Not just a black and white version, but it's Huh. Not the first time Criterion has done something like this. They did this with the Wong Kar-wai stuff too. Let the directors create a new version. Interesting. I kind of would have liked to see the color version as well, but cool. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. Audio commentary featuring Schnabel. I've never said their name out loud. And writer curator Julia a curator. There's a new 4K restoration. Oh, I'm sorry, a new 4K digital restoration of the 1996 theatrical version. Okay, cool. New interview with actor Jeffrey Wright. Interview with from 1996 with Schnabel and David Bowie. Trailer, English subtitles. Essay by film scholar Roger Durling. So I'm assuming this means we are getting the color edition as well, which is dope. I'm glad. And this is also available on the Criterion channel if you want to check it out. I'm assuming the black and white version? Nope, the color version is available. So you want the black and white version, get the disc. And then finally, Prince of Broadway. This is the only one that I had not heard of before. It's another Sean Baker joint. I'm actually going to read this one out because I haven't looked at it yet. A raw, disarmingly moving slice of neorealism, this early career triumph from DIY auteur Sean Baker plunges into the world of West African immigrant Lucky and his Armenian-Lebanese boss, Levon, two unlikely friends who peddled knockoff designer goods in Manhattan's wholesale district. When a long-forgotten ex forces him to take care of a young son he didn't even know he had, Lucky must figure out how to become a father without losing his edge in the counterfeit merch game. Capturing the chaos of urban life through expressive handheld camera work, remarkably naturalistic performances, and flashes of manic humor, Prince of Broadway is one of Baker's most vivid explorations of the illusory nature of the American dream. Love the bootleg Criterion disc table thing that we've got going on here with the actual release. That's great art. Love it. Also, oh, I just noticed, and it's right next to The Dark Knight. That's fucking hilarious. That's good shit. Let's see here. 2 audio commentaries, new introduction by the director, 2 documentaries on the making of the film, restoration demonstration. Huh.
Now he wants to get a DNA test. So fucking what? He's the father, right? I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, it looks good. That was mostly so I could take a drink. Yeah, all right. I wonder, is Flow on Mubi? Let's check it out. It's various places. Man, I think this was rendered in Blender as well, if not mistaken, which is wild to think about. Oh, man. Anyway. Oh, man, it's gotten dark. Sorry, I had to move my key light for Screen Rant stuff, and so it's now right above my head. And let's see here. What do we got? There we go. That's perfect. Just blinding my fucking face. Yeah. So that's it as far as Quadruple BN goes. I don't have any more Blu-ray news for you. That is it. Let me. Oh God. Okay, Flow is on Criterion Channel for folks who are interested in that. Handsome boy. I'm a handsome boy. So this is where I've got some new. God, Darren, sorry, my sinuses are really acting up. Oh shit! Hey, yeah, my wife told me about this interaction. That is wild. To just like the sheer the circumstances that have to intertwine for that interaction to happen is hilarious. Wow, I'll have to tell her that you showed up on stream. That's awesome. So next up, we are going to be doing a little bit of writing. This part gets a little bit boring, so if you don't care about the writing stuff, fuck off. We're done. And I'm going to be doing strictly writing streams on my other channel. I'll put the link in the description. Although I think the link is on, I think it's on my YouTube, on the Manatee Party channel page. Let's see here. View my channel. Yeah, if you go to related channels, you'll see the Michael Keane channel with 78 subscribers. Check that out. Actually, I'll even share the screen with you. Yeah, just go all over to the Manatee Party. And as you can see, we've got these writing days that no one seems to really care about, which is cool, whatever. Those will be now on Michael Keane. There's currently nothing on this page because I haven't done it yet, but we will be putting all kind of side projects on that channel so that I stop losing subscribers. Yeah, that was a bit disheartening to have people unsubscribe after me trying to do this little writing challenge. I have fallen off a bit, but we're going to get back on the proverbial horse today. Let's see here. Feliz Navidad. All right. So as you can see, I've gotten Act 1 of this script pretty much written. There's, I believe, a few little bits and bobs that need to be taken care of, and obviously a lot of this is going to change once we go through draft 2. But Act 1 is pretty much done. At this point in the 90-day screenplay book, we should be finishing up Act 2, but I've barely started on Act 2. So it is time to move my shit and start rocking and rolling. So yeah, right now Act 2 comes down bottom of page 22. That's reasonable. This is right after Josh decides to hide a body, the body of Greg specifically. And hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see here. I don't think I'm going to have the underwater photography thing here because I haven't come up with a good way of making it work. I want to have a sexy Jesus dream. And then, and we have this businessman who bails on Josh. That leads to Josh getting help from Steve, who is secretly our killer. And then things go on, and we lead into Act 3. So we've gone from page 22 to 24. Not great as far as writing goes. Gosh, we're already an hour in. All right, so let's do the Bailey death. I guess that should... Let's see. Bailey gets ready for her trip. We'll expand on that later. Outside her window. POV of video camera. Watches her. I almost... Let's see. Let's... All right. All right, so I'm just going to pop that in there. So Bailey says, just scalp me or tear out my guts or all of the above. Slice me up. Ooh, maybe jam a railroad spike into my exposed skull. Then slit my throat and shove broken glass into the cavity. Something like that. All right. So we need broken glass. Gets ready for a trip in front of her mirror. Vanity. So we need some kind of hullabaloo prior to her getting killed, but let's just jump right into the death. So the killer bursts in, fully masked, holding a video camera in their left hand and a knife in the right. Bailey jumps up and screams, but it's too late. The knife comes crashing down. Comes slicing down. Against her forehead. Blood gushes out. That's a great question. I don't know yet. It would have to be like a bungalow type situation, and not like a 2-story type thing. I'm just picturing a normal Nevada house, honestly, but it depends on what location we get. A lot of these, like a lot of the interior house stuff, whenever I write it, I'm assuming that we're going to have to restructure things for the sake of whatever location we get. So right now I'm just focusing on she's in her room in her house. Maybe she's in her living room and that's where Vanity is. We don't know. Maybe she has an apartment. It's hard to say. But it's somewhere where she can die in this fashion. Which honestly, it's so bloody, we might need to like have a set made. So blood gushes out. And the killer holsters, would be holstering a knife. Whatever. Holsters the knife. She screams, holding on to her bleeding head. The killer lunges forward and Placing the video Placing the video camera atop the vanity as they do. So. So I don't look for abandoned properties, because the problem with abandoned properties is they're owned by someone, and that someone could very well have a security detail on that property, and you don't want to be mixed up with that type of people. I actually have a friend who has access to a lot of properties, who I'm probably going to ask for Greg's death to see if there's any property we can use for that. Wouldn't be the worst idea to use an abandoned property for this if we could find it, but I don't know that we will. All right, so he places the video camera atop the vanity. That freezes hands up. We could. I was going to say we could attach the camera to his shoulder, but then that turns into Chrome Skull from is it Laid to Rest? Whatever that fucking 2-film franchise is. Maybe we will do that, maybe not. I don't know. I guess he could just strap a GoPro to his chest and be done with it. Or to his head. Oh. Let's have him have 3 cameras. Play mast. Left hand knife in the right. A GoPro is attached to their head. Okay, so places the camera atop the vanity. The killer lunges forward, placing. I should just say he. It doesn't matter. It's gonna drive me nuts using they them pronouns. Let's just say it's a he. All right. He grabs hold of her. Grabs hold of her. Grasps the folds of flesh atop her forehead and peels it back with extreme force, scalping her in the process. Let's see. How do I want to get her guts out? He produces the knife once more and slashes at her. She tries to defend with her hands, but they are immediately sliced to ribbons. She falls back against the windowsill as the knife flies across her abdomen, opening up her stomach. She falls to the side, guts spilling out. Why, yes, Casey, I did know I'm super cute. Thank you. All right, so her guts spill out. Jam a railroad spike into my exposed skull and slit my throat and shove broken glass into the cavity. All right. As she lays moaning against the wall, the killer walks over to the vanity and smashes the mirror with his fist, producing shards of glass that rain down on the camera and carpet. All right. That takes care of that. Let's see. The killer steps over the glass, the shards, and produces a railroad spike and hammer. He places the spike against her exposed skull. Clack, clack. I feel like a click clack is really what it would. I'm thinking of that the scene in Saw 3 where Jigsaw has his head, his skull exposed, and they're about to cut through the skull. And there's like that little tap that occurs that I love. It's a great sound effect. It's really gross. So he places the spike against her exposed skull, click clack, and I guess rams it in with the hammer. She falls over, twitching and seizing uncontrollably. Let's see here. Let's see. He holds her as still as possible and carefully slices open her throat. With his free hand, he grabs a handful of mirror shards and begins to shove them down her slit throat, I guess. Or down the cavity, down the exposed cavity of her throat. Okay, and that's the murder for Bailey. So we can cut this. We have the basic scene done. How exactly? I need some kind of preamble for her, but I don't know what that's going to look like just yet. What do I want to call the Steve house? Desert house, day. You don't think Minch sounds like a compliment? right. Well, let's see. Where did I put our midpoint at? I don't like his definition of midpoint. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Not a huge fan. But I guess that's our midpoint, is Bailey. So Bailey's death should occur around 40 pages in, if we're looking at an 80-minute film. Where the fuck am I? Okay. Okay, how about this sexy Jesus dream? Oh, Tia, you just missed it? Okay, let's see what we wrote for Bailey's death. Bailey's house night, and this again needs a preamble. It needs a little bit more, but this is the actual death scene. Bailey gets ready for a trip in front of her vanity. From outside her window, the POV of a video camera watches her. The killer bursts in, fully masked, holding a video camera in his left hand and a knife in the right. A GoPro is attached to his head. Bailey jumps up and screams, "Ah!" But it's too late. The knife comes slicing down against her forehead. Blood gushes out, and the killer holsters the knife. She screams, holding onto her bleeding head. The killer lunges forward, placing the video camera atop the vanity as he does so. 1 second. He grabs hold of her, grasps the fold of flesh atop her forehead, and peels it back with extreme force, scalping her in the process. He produces the knife once more and slashes at her. She tries to defend with her hands, but they are immediately sliced to ribbons. She falls back against the windowsill as the knife flies across her abdomen, opening up her stomach. She falls to the side, guts spilling out. As she lays moaning against the wall, the killer walks over to the vanity and smashes the mirror with his fist, producing shards of glass that rain down on the camera and carpet. The killer steps over the shards and produces a railroad spike and hammer. He places the spike against her exposed skull, click, clack, and rams it in with the hammer. She falls over, twitching and seizing uncontrollably. He holds her still as possible and carefully slices open her throat. With his free hand, he grabs a handful of mirror shards and begins to shove them down the exposed cavity of her throat. I think that's pretty good. Blood spills out. That's pretty violent. All right, so back to the sexy Jesus dream. Interior warehouse night. A troupe of dancers. Do their best interpretation of Swan Lake while led by a sexy Jesus. Actually, let's capitalize a sexy Jesus. Meanwhile, Josh is tied up and forced to watch as the sexy Jesus and company perform in front of him. I don't know what. I just know that I need a sexy Jesus stream. I don't really know what he needs to be doing. This is one of those, like, I just like the idea of a sexy Jesus stream, but I don't know what that would entail. And part of the reason I don't know is I don't know what we can afford, which I shouldn't be focusing on now. We're just trying to get this out and onto the page. So I'm going to steal from Dance or Die and just have it be like Dance or Die. Which is basically what this is. Let's just say the nightmare gets intense. Joss wakes up. He's covered in sweat. Big musical number ensues. All right, Tia, you got your musical number. Fine. Looks over at his wall calendar. Oh, right. This is, I got my shit mixed up. So he looks over his wall calendar. 1 day down. 6 to go. All right, so we got to get through days 2 through 5. I can finish this at least. Joss stands before a businessman. What do you mean you're bailing on the production? It's not you, Josh. It's just the whole thing is sort of, well, it's more penisy than anticipated. It's called Twink of the Damned. I'm going to be a straight shooter with you. I didn't know what a twink was. So the problem is I don't know what happens right before this scene. So I need to figure out days 2 through 5. That's the big thing. I have given myself a bunch of leeway as to what can happen here between pages 23 and almost 40. So the ideal would be to get to like 35. So that's a lot. That's a fair amount of stuff happening. That's 12 minutes of material that needs to happen between days 2 and 5. Oh, I need to leave soon. This might be it for the writing for the day. I have got to go pick up the son. All right, so my goal is this week to have Act 2 written. I'm probably going to do, I don't know. I'm going to probably do almost all of this on the other channel. So be sure to subscribe to my secondary channel, and we'll live stream just a full-on writing session, and you can write along with me and all that jazz. Yeah, that's going to be it, because I've got to go pick up my child. I got to go get him. Hey, I also got to go. This works amazingly well, BoinkBot. I'm glad you could tune in. And yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. This has been a pretty lively chat today. And Yeah. Again, check out the secondary channel. It's on the main channel page, and we will do some live streams of writing on there so that we don't mix the channels too much, mix the interests. And yeah, thank you for joining me for quadruple BN, big bloody breaking Blu-ray news, and also writing a script. Thanks for joining in, and until next time, guys, go watch a movie.
It's gonna take me some time to give you all that is mine. I'm looking ultra fine from your view from behind. It's gonna take me some time to give you all that is mine. I'm looking ultra fine from your view from behind. Far as my phone, working, play out. You got what's